Morning, guys. How are you? It is. Oh, sorry, I have my dog walking here. It is. No, it's not Wednesday. I don't know what day it is. It is Tuesday, and I'm just hopping in because I want to say first of all, thank you, all of you, for the love. Oh my gosh, I was overwhelmed. I had posted a picture of my face before and after. It was a 3 week difference. That was back in July, and oh, let me backtrack again. I'm sorry, my head is not in the right place today. My name's Jennifer Cupcho. My friends call me Jen, so if I'm reaching you right now, then you're my new friend. So call me Jen. And I had posted a picture the other day of what it looked like in my whole face. It wasn't just my face, actually. It was my face, my hands, my arms, my legs, my feet, my calves, you name it. I just retained water everywhere, and I was never so much in pain. I mean, I didn't recognize my own face. I felt like my eyes were even inset, but I was in extreme pain too. There was not one place, like sitting, standing, you name it. And I had been watching and doing some research on the Fasciablaster for a while because I have migraines, much better now, but I have my life, in my life, I've been a migraine sufferer. I have scoliosis, which none of that keeps me from anything, but I'm always looking for new ways to treat it. I go to the chiropractor, zone healer, different things that like to balance you out. But I'm like, I think this is up my alley. I would really like to try this out. And so when this happened to me, I was like, okay, I'm doing this. And I ordered it. And at the time, it was a large one. And I do apologize because my plan was to do this like in real time, if you want to say, and not have makeup on and do it as I went along. But unfortunately, if you can hear me, I've been sick for like a week and a half, and I never get sick. I guess things making up for it. It says, let's, she's been well for 2 years. Let's like sock it to her. And I'm saying when, and I'm going to the doctor today. That's why I'm not actually in school. I'm a special education teacher, full-time 8th grade teacher, and I am also a health and wellness coach. I used to say part-time, but that's kind of full-time too. But it's all the same thing, empowering others, either empowering my 8th graders or empowering other women. Love it. And so that was my point, is I was going to do this in real time with no makeup, but that didn't end up working because your best laid plans change all the time. So you guys know that as moms and wives and just women in general. So I'm going to take care of me. And then I'm going to go take care of my son because he has his, any of you have children with IEPs? My son is a junior, and big year for high school, and he has an IEP, ADHD and some processing issues. So I'm gonna be mom, put my mom hat on, actually take off my special education teacher hat and put on my mom hat and go to his meeting, but I'm gonna hit the doctor first. So to the point, although I'm not putting it on, I'll show you what I have. And I do apologize, I think there's some cat hair, 2 cats, 2 dogs, 2 kids, husband, and a partridge in a pear tree. This is what, I don't know if you can see it. This is what I've been using until I can get Ashley's oil, which I really want to get. I was watching her last night blast with a facial blaster. This is called, oh, my glasses on, Olivia Care 100% natural rosehip oil face serum, vitamins A, C, and omega-6. So I figure it's not bad because not only is it not bad, but it's good. I'm putting a serum, but it's got a good oil base to it. I just picked it up, it kind of comes like this. I put it on my fingers and rub it in. I picked it up at TJ Maxx. It was originally $6.99, and I don't know, it had a red tag, so I think it was like $3.99. Sorry. So I put that all over. Here's a crazy thing. Some people were asking me how I heat up my face. I do have like one of those like rice things that you put in the microwave, and I'll heat that up. Sometimes I'll hold that on. Sorry, I'm watching my animals walk across here. I don't want them to hit a wire. But I also use my clothes steamer. I mean, I would love to get a face steamer at some point. That could be on my Christmas list, but I don't have it now. So I was steaming my clothes one morning, and I went, so I started, that's how I do it actually, because I'm in a rush. I do my face almost every morning, just about 5 minutes, and not a heavy one. I'll do heavier like when I'm in the shower or if I take an Epsom bath, but almost every morning because I wake up and my eyes are so puffy. No matter what, it doesn't really matter. I've tried every expensive cream there is. I've tried, the home remedies, hemorrhoid cream, you name it, I've tried it. It works to a degree, but really it just needs to work its way out. And so I think it was Ashley, I was watching talk at one point, saying blasting other parts of her face to relieve so it has some place to go. It's not just blasting under the eye. I was like, oh, that makes sense. So that's what I've been doing. So this is, I'm gonna show you with this. I mean, I did start with the larger blaster, but I didn't bring it down. I'm downstairs right now. So just imagine with the larger blaster. And I did, that's, for those 3 weeks, that's what I used. I used a larger blaster. But I'm gonna show you this is what I use every morning now until the facial blaster comes out. Can't wait. Okay, so if you see right now, okay, this is where it was really predominant. And I'm kind of actually getting some cheekbones, which I feel like I've never had, no matter what weight loss. My weight loss just makes my face look drawn, but I don't actually get cheekbones. Well, I have makeup on too. But this is where I go. I've really been working, and this is my next area that I'm gonna be working on. You see, I'm 46, so, you know, I don't really want to be any other age. I just want to be a better 46. But this is where I'm going to be working on next. And I think the smaller one's going to help a lot. When I do my neck, I'm digressing here, but when I do my neck, I go this way. And it's very tender for me. I think maybe that's a lot of issues with like my headaches and stuff, but I'm still working on that, and I'll work down here. But when I go into my chin, I go between 2 fingers. I don't know what else you would call it. Oh my God, my cat hair. And I go, so I put it right there, and I go back and forth like this, and I'll rub. So I've got the oil that's all the way down into my neck, so it's nice and slick. And I really center along, and I'm trying to get that more defined, and that's starting to happen. I'm starting to lose this underneath. This is really coming along. So that's one part. I'll probably do that maybe a minute, and then I'll do a minute on the other side. Same exact thing. I'll get between 2 fingers in there, okay? It doesn't really matter. I mean, like, you can turn it any way. Sometimes I've done it this way, but it's getting between 2 and rubbing, so I'm getting the underneath and I'm getting the top at the same time. This is another one I said, if you saw those pictures, it was really, it stands out. I will use most of the time this, but sometimes I've been using the nugget too. And I will probably, for me, let me look at myself. This is probably the one I grab right here. And I rub up in here, and and I go down into here. When you start that, I'm gonna have red lines so I get to the doctor. You can feel it's almost meaty in there. I mean, you can't hear anything, but I can hear when I'm hitting it, and right in here, it almost feels like it's opening up my sinuses too, which is phenomenal. So I'll do that for at least a minute. And same thing, I'll do it the same thing the other side. So I'll grab one on here and get it. And you can feel it once you start, you really can feel that. And you can hear a little like, I don't know if it's crunching, but you can hear it in there. That's why I know I'm in the right place. I will also do up under, right into here, like my cheekbone. And so I'll go back and forth, and I'll even follow it. I'll try to get up here. This is so tender for me. I know I have TMJ, but I don't know. It's one more thing to label yourself with. I don't like to do that. We all do. I tend to clench my teeth. So this is something I need to work more on, because it's just to relieve it, not just aesthetically on the outside, because I think that'll relieve a lot of pain too. So up into here and following it. I'll actually now take I like the thicker one, and I'll even chisel that after a while. I'll going back and forth and back and forth. So all of that is opening up even places for the fluid that's up here in my eye. Now for my eye, people were asking, do you do the eye bags? No, and I know everything I've watched. I've tried to watch every video that was out there. And I'm loving that everyone keeps putting new ones, because I learned something new from everyone. I'll take one of the little fingers here, and I simply go back and forth, and I'll move it faster. I don't want to do too much now because I don't have the oil on, but I'm not pulling it, but I'm really working all into like the crow's feet back here. I'll even use the flat end of this sometimes. So I don't know which one I like better. I kind of go back and forth, and I absolutely am starting to work this. So you can see if I don't like kind of raise my expression and I kind of sit, I have hooded, you know, up here, but it really is better now than it was before. So I'll work across back and forth on that bone, like right up here, and even into down here, because I get some really big puffiness all in here. Like, I don't know why, but I do. So I'll work that too. I'll work the 11s in here, sometimes just this, like the 2 claws here. I'll also use this to work almost like a crayon or marker, scribbling that. So I'll work on these too, and you can see I have like, they're very predominant. I have like 3 main lines. That's a new focus for me. I know they've always been there, but for some reason they don't bother me as much as my puffy eyes. I feel like eyes are everything. So I'm been happy that I can get that to go down. So I'm starting to work that actually with almost like scribbling, like through them, like underneath, and trying to puff up on both sides so that I get more collagen or whatever that you say it is to kind of like, you know, Botox, but not Botox. So I've been working on that. They're getting better, but that's definitely a goal of mine. what was it? One of the, oh, here, like this, like that. I feel like, sorry, like jowly. That's so beautiful when I go and cough like that. And here, the way I've been working that, aside from doing this, which I told you, I know I saw yesterday, I think Ashley made a video with like, she kind of pushed her tongue out here. I haven't thought of that, so I'm going to try that next. But what I've been doing is kind of just turning it and making it more taut. I guess I don't have to do that while I'm talking. So I'll make it taut and go really right in here. I'll just use a claw and getting, because this is, I'm starting to finally get this down. This was kind of that, I don't know, I feel like a dog, and when I say like jowls like there. So I've been working on that. And I am like, I don't know, I'm getting like, sometimes I'll change my face when I look in the mirror just to see where I want to define it. I feel like I'm 46 and I feel like I'm finally defining my face. I wish I knew or had this back in my 20s, because although it's not that I didn't like my face, I like the features I'm getting, especially getting this more taut, because this is my weakness, all my eyes here. So definitely I work in here, in here, in here. Actually, this is really good too. Sometimes I'll do that, scribble it back and forth right in the eye. And I would say when I do the cheek, I'll do a minute, I'll do a minute, I'll do a minute, I'll do a minute, a minute, a minute. So maybe it's about 7 minutes, just in the mornings. Like I plan for an extra 7 minutes, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then just when I'm coming around in here, I kind of alternate that with my bag. So like I'll kind of go in here and then back and forth, because 7 minutes is about all I can spare in the morning. Later on in the shower, I'll spend more time. I'll spend an actual minute, my whole eye, and another minute, and that's about all I'm doing. So I hope it helps. I hope it's not too long. I'm so sorry if it was. So you could have turned out way before now if you needed to. But please, and whoever else is doing it out there, post, let me know, because I'd love some new secrets. I'm really learning, I like to say stealing, borrowing from everyone else that's on here. So again, thank you for all the love. I never expected such wonderful responses. You really made, in a week that I felt so miserable, I enjoyed coming on here because you really kind of boosted me up. You know, you don't feel so beautiful when you're sick, so you made me feel beautiful. So thank you, and let me know what else you guys are doing, because I'd love to know. Have a great day. Bye.